we introduced Gemini 1.5 Pro, delivering a big breakthrough in long context. It can run 1 million tokens in production consistently, more than any other large-scale foundation model yet. We want everyone to benefit from what Gemini can do. With Gemini, we are making that a whole lot easier. Say you're at a parking station ready to pay, but you can't recall your license plate number. Before, you could search photos for keywords and then scroll through years' worth of photos looking for the right one. Now, you can simply ask photos. It knows the cars that appear often, it triangulates which one is yours, and just tells you the license plate number. Gemini 1.5 Pro with 1 million contexts is now directly available for consumers in Gemini Advanced and can be used across 35 languages. 1 million tokens is opening up entirely new possibilities. It's exciting, but I think we can push ourselves even further. So today, we are expanding the context window to 2 million tokens. People are always searching their emails in Gmail. We are working to make it much more powerful with Gemini. Now we can ask Gemini to summarize all recent emails from the school. In the background, it's identifying relevant emails, even analyzing attachments like PDFs, and you get a summary of the key points and action items. So helpful. Maybe you were traveling this week and you couldn't make the PTA meeting. The recording of the meeting is an hour long. If it's from Google Meet, you can ask Gemini to give you the highlights. There's a parents group looking for volunteers. You're free that day. Of course, Gemini can draft a reply. Gemini 1.5 Pro is available today in Workspace Labs.
Notebook LM is going to take all the materials on the left as input and output them into a lively science discussion personalized for him. Let's take a listen.
So let's dive into physics. What's on deck for today?
Well, we're starting with the basics, force and motion.
Okay.
And that, of course, means we have to talk about Sir Isaac Newton and his 3 laws of motion.
Ah, yes, the foundation for understanding how objects move and interact.
Ah, yes, this is where multimodal really shines. Now, it generated this audio discussion based on that text material. And what's amazing is that my son and I can join into the conversation and steer it whichever direction we want. When I tap join.
Hold on, we have a question. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, can you give my son Jimmy a basketball example?
Hey, Jimmy! That's a fantastic idea. Basketball is actually a great way to visualize force and motion. Let's break it down.
Okay, so first, imagine a basketball just sitting there on the court. It's not moving, right? That's because all the forces acting on it are balanced.
It connected the dots and created that age-appropriate example for him.
So today, we're introducing Gemini 1.5 Flash. Starting today, you can use 1.5 Flash and 1.5 Pro with up to 1 million tokens in Google AI Studio and Vertex AI. Today, we have some exciting new progress to share about the future of AI assistants that we're calling Project Astra.
Okay, let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
That is the tweeter. It produces high-frequency sounds.
Give me a creative alliteration about these.
Creative crayons color cheerfully. They certainly craft colorful creations.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AESCBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
That's right. What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London. It is known for its railway station and transportation connections.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
What can I add here to make this system faster?
Adding a cache between the server and database could improve speed.
Today, I'm so excited to introduce Imagine 3. It's our most capable image generation model yet. Imagine 3 is more photorealistic. You can literally count the whiskers on its snout, with richer details, like this incredible sunlight in the shot, and fewer visual artifacts or distorted images. You can sign up today to try Imagine 3 in ImageFX, part of our suite of AI tools at labs.google. Together with YouTube, we've been building Music AI Sandbox, a suite of professional music AI tools that can create new instrumental sections from scratch, transfer styles between tracks, and more.
Today, I'm excited to announce our newest, most capable generative video model called Veo. Veo creates high-quality 1080p videos from text, image, and video prompts. It can capture the details of your instructions in different visual and cinematic styles. You can prompt for things like aerial shots of a landscape or a time-lapse, and further edit your videos using additional prompts. You can use Veo in our new experimental tool called VideoFX. We're exploring features like storyboarding and generating longer scenes. Veo gives you unprecedented creative control.
Today, we are excited to announce the 6th generation of TPUs called Trillium. Trillium delivers a 4.7x improvement in compute performance per chip over the previous generation.
We're introducing multi-step reasoning in Google Search, so Google can do the researching for you. For example, let's say you've been trying to get into yoga and Pilates. Finding the right studio can take a lot of research. There's so many factors you need to consider. Soon you'll be able to ask Search to find the best yoga or Pilates studios in Boston and show you details on their inter-offers and the walking time from Beacon Hill. As you can see here, Google gets to work for you, finding the most relevant information and bringing it together into your AI overview. You get some studios with great ratings and their introductory offers. And you can see the distance for each. Like this one, it's just a 10-minute walk away. Right below, you see where they're located, laid out visually. And you've got all this from just a single search. But soon you'll be able to ask questions with video right in Google Search.
I'm going to take a video and ask Google, why will this not stay in place? And in a near instant, Google gives me an AI overview. I guess some reasons this might be happening and steps I can take to troubleshoot.
3 new capabilities coming to Gmail mobile. This is my Gmail account. OK, there's an email up top from my husband. Help me sort out the roof repair thing, please. Now, we've been trying to find a contractor to fix our roof. And with work travel, I have clearly dropped the ball. It looks like there's an email thread on this with lots of emails that I haven't read. And luckily for me, I can simply tap the summarize option up top and skip reading this long back and forth. Now, Gemini pulls up this helpful mobile card as an overlay. And this is where I can read a nice summary of all the salient information that I need to know. These new capabilities in Gemini and Gmail will start rolling out this month to Labs users. Lots of unread emails. Let's click on the first one. It's got a PDF that's an attachment from a hotel as a receipt. And I see a suggestion in the side panel. Help me organize and track my receipts. Let's click on this prompt. The side panel now will show me more details about what that really means. And as you can see, there's 2 steps here. Step 1, create a Drive folder and put this receipt and 37 others it's found into that folder. Makes sense. Step 2, extract the relevant information from those receipts in that folder into a new spreadsheet. Now, this sounds useful. Why not? I also have the option to edit these actions or just hit OK. So let's hit OK. Gemini will now complete the 2 steps described above, and this is where it gets even better. Gemini offers you the option to automate this so that this particular workflow is run on all future emails, keeping your Drive folder and expense sheet up to date with no effort from you.
We're going to Miami. My son loves art, my husband loves seafood, and our flight and hotel details are already in my Gmail inbox. Now, there's a lot going on in that prompt. Everyone has their own things that they want to do. To make sense of these variables, Gemini starts by gathering all kinds of information from search and helpful extensions like Maps and Gmail. It uses that data to create a dynamic graph of possible travel options, taking into account all of my priorities and constraints. The end result is a personalized vacation plan presented in Gemini's new dynamic UI. Now, based on my flight information, Gemini knows that I need a 2.5-day itinerary.
This new capability is available today. And later this year, Circle to Search will be able to tackle more complex problems involving symbolic formulas, diagrams, graphs, and more. Circle to Search is only on Android. It's available on more than 100 million devices today, and we're on track to double that by the end of the year.
It appears someone is trying to make unauthorized charges.
Oh yeah, what kind of charges?
I can't give you specifics over the phone, but to protect your account, I'm going to help you transfer your money to a secure account we've set up for you.
And look at this. My phone gives me a warning that this call might be a scam. Gemini Nano alerts me the second it detects suspicious activity, like a bank asking me to move my money to keep it safe. And everything happens right on my phone, so the audio processing stays completely private to me and on my device. We're currently testing this feature, and we'll have more updates to share later this summer. As we said at the outset, we're reimagining Android with Gemini at the core. From your favorite apps to the OS itself, we're bringing the power of AI to every aspect of the smartphone experience.
1.5 Pro is $7 per 1 million tokens. And I'm excited to share that for prompts up to 128K, it'll be 50% less for $3.50. And 1.5 Flash will start at 35 cents per 1 million tokens. Now, one thing you might be wondering is which model is best for your use case. Here's how we've been thinking about it on the team. We use 1.5 Pro for complex tasks where you really want the highest quality response. And it's OK if it takes a little bit longer to come back. We're using 1.5 Flash for quick tasks where the speed of the model is what matters the most. Gemini 1.5 Pro and the new 1.5 Flash, both of which are available today globally. And you'll hear a lot more about them in the developer keynote later today. I want to share this inspiring story from India, where developers have been using Gemma and its unique tokenization to create Navarasa, a set of instruction-tuned models to expand access to 15 Indic languages.
Language is a very interesting problem to solve, actually. And given India has a huge variety of languages and it changes every 5 kilometers.
When technology is developed for a particular culture, it won't be able to solve and understand the nuances of a country like India. One of Gemma's features is an incredibly powerful tokenizer, which enables the model to use hundreds of thousands of words, symbols, and characters across so many alphabets and language systems. This large vocabulary is critical to adapting Gemma to power projects like Navrasa.
Navrasa is a model that's trained for Indic languages. It's a fine-tuned model based on Google's Gemma. We built Navrasa to make large language models culturally rooted, where people can talk in their native language and get the responses in their native language. Our biggest dream is to build a model to include everyone from all corners of India.
तो हमें AI को यूज करके एक ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए कि कोई भी पीछे ना रहे और हर कोई इसको यूज कर सके.
Today, the language that you speak in could be the tool and the technology that you use for solving your real-world problems. And that's the power of generative AI that we want to bring to every corner of India and the entire world.
We're also developing new tools to help prevent the misuse of our models. For example, Imagine 3 and Veo create more realistic imagery and videos. We must also consider how they might be misused to spread misinformation. To help, last year, we introduced SynthID, a tool that adds imperceptible watermarks to our AI-generated images and audio so that they're easier to identify. Today, we're expanding SynthID to 2 new modalities, text and video.
Before we wrap, I have a feeling that someone out there might be counting how many times we have mentioned AI today. And since the big theme today has been letting Google do the work for you, we went ahead and counted so that you don't have to. That might be a record in how many times someone has said AI.